back to the show. I'm now joined by Charles Jones, who is a service manager over there with Arrow Exterminators. And as the cool weather moves in, so do the pests.
That's right, Jonathan.
It's that time of the year. So we brought you in today to kind of, tell people there are just small little things that you can do to make sure that your house does not become a breeding ground and a lodging place for the pests who are trying to get out of the elements. But first, we need to identify what kind of pests are we talking about. Rodents, right?
We're talking about rodents. Mice and rats are trying to get in this time of year.
Okay, and what is the big thing about making sure you keep your mice and rats out?
All right. The biggest thing is to make the exterior home sealed up, nice and neat, so that the mice and rats can't enter in through cracks and crevices.
Okay, but another thing that we note with this is that with mice and rats and other rodents, they can bring in smaller critters, right?
That's right. With the mice and rats often bring in lice, ticks, and fleas with them, so they'll create other pest problems.
Okay, so if you notice mice, flies, or ticks, rather, you should probably understand that there's probably a larger problem.
That's correct. There's an underlying problem that should be addressed as well.
Okay, but that's not all. We have stink bugs and something called kudzu bugs.
Yes, the kudzu and stink bugs. We don't typically think of them as being an indoor or house pest. They actually are pests of soybean and crops, but they overwinter as adults in our houses, so they're going to be trying to get in this fall.
Yeah, and they will persist mostly, especially in south central Kentucky, because we had a very mild summer, right?
That's right. With the mild summer, they actually had was good for them. They actually are bunches of them.
Exactly, but not good for us.
That's
they're going to want to find a warm place to stay. Also, we not only rodents, but we have ants and cockroaches.
That's right.
Major problem there.
Nobody likes ants or cockroaches. They are the #1 pests that we deal with in the exterminating industry. So we want to make sure that we make our house as least hospitable to these pests as we can by keeping, the kitchen and the bathroom areas cleaned up of any food or water sources, because they're like us. They need food, water, and shelter. And if we provide that for them, they're going to live with us.
They'll come on in. Okay, so here's the list. What are some things that we need to do to make sure we keep these fall intruders away?
All right. Well, we always want to store food in sealed containers, including pet food and bird seed.
And even leaving something out just for an hour or so can start the trap.
That can start the invasion right there, the pest. Also, we want to inspect the outside of our home, make sure that we're sealing all cracks and crevices. A small crack or crevice is a free way for ants and other pests. Also, the screens around our windows and around our doors, looking for any cracks or crevices, maybe need weather sealing or new screens.
And especially during the summer and during this fall period, we'll let the windows up, or we'll make, we'll try to get some breeze in there, but make sure we nail those windows down, get them shut back.
That's right. Eliminate any sources of water inside the home and outside the home. And the #1 thing that we can do is when it starts getting cooler is we bring in firewood. Let's not store that in the house. It's going to bring in a lot of pests that's in under the bark in the firewood there.
Okay, so make sure you leave your firewood outside. Inspect, any holes and any little patches that you might have around the house. Leave no standing water, and most of all, don't leave food out.
That's right.
Okay.
And another thing homeowners can do is this time of year we recommend you do an outside perimeter pest control treatment, and that helps stop the invasion before they get in.
Okay, so if you can't do it, make sure you call on these guys. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Jonathan.
As a young man, Michael Merida